Welcome back to the Pontiac Silverdome. Frank Lieber along with Sonny Jurgensen. And as I recall, the Redskins were in front last week against the Oilers as we head into the last period.
They don't want the same thing to happen, I can tell you that. That's why you see their starters still on the football field.
Well, we have a little more comfortable cushion right now, leading by a score of 24-3 as we go back to work. Third down and a yard for the Lions at the 31-yard line. And again, the Redskins jam them up pretty good at the line of scrimmage, but they didn't need that much, and they picked up the first down.
Where Don Hover stuck him right as he went up in the air to try to pick up the first down. He met him, but they didn't have but a couple of inches to go for it, and they picked it up.
First and 10, Lions with the nose of the ball just outside the Redskin 30-yard line.
The NFL champion Pittsburgh Steelers leading Houston now in the third period, 17-0.
That's impressive. They were supposed to be hurt coming in too. Here's Kamlo. Wide open. Thompson down at the 10. He's at the 5. He's out of bounds at the 3. One of the Redskin defensive backs slipped back there just as the pass was on its way to Thompson. I think it might have been Parrish. See if we can take another look at it, because he turned out to be wide open, and again a pretty good throw by the rookie quarterback.
Thompson, Leonard Thompson, very fast. He gets good protection again. You see running the play action. Lords comes around, making a last rush at him. Joe Lavender, a little way off, giving him a little room, a little cushion there. And they get it down inside. Good opportunity for the Lions to get a touchdown.
Officials mark it at the 4. It is first down and goal to go. Kamlo trying to lead him across. It is Thompson in motion. The fake to Robinson. Wide open. Number 80, Ulysses Norris. Rookie tight end. Norris concerned about going out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but he didn't have anybody near him.
He didn't. He should have been upfield. Unusual call. You see Tony Peters on the rush there coming in. Look at that. Nobody was just trying to keep from going out of bounds. Had a sure touchdown. Could have been in the end zone very easily then.
Second down, goal to go. Detroit at the Redskin 4. Lions trailing 24-3. Robinson, a yard to the 3-yard line. Robinson running in a backfield right now with Lawrence Gaines, number 38. Couple of bulls back there. Dusek making the stop.
And Kenny Houston too. Or when you throw that ball first down, you see Houston making the first contact. When you throw that ball first down inside of the 5-yard.
Out and talk it over with head coach Monty Clark.
He also wants to be sure here because they're gonna run the thing for 2 downs to make sure they get in for the touchdown.
So again, timeout here at the Pontiac Silverdome with the Redskins leading the Lions 24-3.
Gentlemen, tonight we're brought together here by 2 things we all love. Good food and light beer from Miller. I want to take this opportunity myself to tell you. I tell you, I don't get no respect.
Garçon, je veux des saignants. Si elle est pas saignante,
Sounds good, but what is it? Meatloaf sandwich and a light.
Gentlemen, as we all know and appreciate, light has 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it's less filling.
But the best thing is it tastes great.
Less filling.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Deacon, pass the roll. Hey, Charlie, that's my beer.
No, this is by your broccoli.
This is my broccoli. That's my beer.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Bubba, you want the peas?
Ooh, you gonna eat all that?
Just showing off.
Gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to think I speak for all of us when I say if it wasn't for light, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Hey, you're profound.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
All right, you've been here a time or two. Third and goal to go from the 3-yard line going in. To call this one for me.
Well, you're not gonna kick a field goal here. So there are a lot of alternatives. I don't know what their game plan was going in, but you're gonna go for it on 4th down. So you got a lot of choices.
Gaines and Robinson in the backfield. It is Robinson down to the goal line and over. Touchdown, Detroit. Bo Robinson scores his first NFL touchdown.
knowing that they were going to go on 4th down if they didn't make it here. The run was the safest thing they could do. Robinson, that's why they started this young man from West Texas State, and he gets in for his first NFL touchdown.
News for the goal line on that particular play. Benny Ricardo to try the extra point with Swider, the punter, the hold. Who knows how many of these soccer kickers have number 1 on their jerseys? Herrera, Septien, Ricardo. Extra point try is good, and with 13 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in the game, the Redskins lead has been trimmed to 24-10.
I never worry about what brand name part my mechanic puts on my car. That doesn't make me a bad guy. I go to a professional mechanic I can trust, so I trust the parts he uses. He uses Mopar. It means nothing to me, but it means a lot to him. Mopar fits all American-made cars, foreign cars too, and they're used by professional mechanics all over the world. If the professional trusts Mopar, I trust Mopar. Does he make me happy? He makes it his business.
Trust your car to Mopar.
Radio Shack has slashed the price on one of our top-of-the-line stereo systems. Right now, save $310 on this impressive realistic hi-fi. You get this quality AM/FM stereo receiver, a pair of realistic tower speakers, and this precision belt drive turntable, all for only $579. A great entertainment bargain and a beautiful addition to your home. The sale-priced realistic stereo system, just $579, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Brand new season on the CBS Sports Spectacular gets underway next Saturday with the big fight from Houston, the Italian Grand Prix, and the U.S. Amateur Roller Skating Championships. Ricardo ready to kick off. Interesting to see now if the Lions defense can hold the Redskins. They can move back into this ball game. High kick and very short. Harris fields it at the 16-yard line. He's up to the 20-yard line, and we got penalty markers all over the play. Harris still on his feet and finally dropped back at the 17. Do you care to venture a guess?
Oh, he was clipping. It was clipping real early. The official had trouble getting his flag out. I tell you, that line defense should be all fired up now because they'd like to force another turnover and see if they can't get back in this ball game.
And the Redskins, with a lot of young football players, maybe thinking now back to last week, hey, we were ahead 2 touchdowns in the last quarter against Houston. Could it be happening again?
And they're starting inside of that 10-yard line.
Personal foul, clipping, number 51 on the run back. First down.
Monty Coleman guilty of the clip. What the Redskins want to do here is be careful, have a good drive, eat up some time on the clock, don't make any mistakes. Don't beat yourself.
Won't turn it over. Malone and Riggins, the setbacks behind Theismann. Line crowd getting noisy. Riggins trying to get outside.
He fumbles.
Back, fumbles the ball. Who's got it? Detroit recovers at the 13-yard line.
It looks like a replica of last week. John Riggins did the same thing against the Oilers. The same thing happened. The exact type of play. Riggins got the ball. See what happens. He loses it. Had it in his left hand. The ball is loose. The Lions come up with it. 1st and 10 on about the 12-yard line. Take a look at it again. See what happens to the football.
Al Baker, number 60, winds up at the bottom of the pile on top of the football. He made the fumble recovery, and things are getting interesting now here in Pontiac, Michigan. The Lions with a first down at the Redskins 12-yard line. Touchdown here closes it to 24-17. And still lots of time left. The rookie, Jeff Comlow, at the command. Comes out throwing on first down and throws it away.
And boy, did he make a good play in throwing that thing away.
Leonard Thompson, number 39, was the intended receiver. Parrish was back there with him.
I don't understand the call, Frank. You're going after one of the best single coverage people in the league in Lamar Parrish, and they went right to the strength of the Redskin defense.
That's the 2nd straight series now they've thrown on first down.
Yes. Only to get one in a hurry.
Luther Blue, number 89, in the Detroit lineup. 2nd and 10 to go from the 12-yard line. Kane to the 5. Kane in for the touchdown.
Look out. Boy, did they get some blocking. Excellent blocking here. Watch this. Kane cuts back. Homer Elias made the block that sprung him loose. Watch your left guard. Homer Elias, number 61, going out, throwing a block right here. This cuts back in. Gets in for the touchdown.
Kane goes in, standing up from 12 yards away. Ricardo with the extra point try. And the Lions have their 2nd touchdown and 14 points in a period of 1 minute. 12:56 still left here in Pontiac, Michigan. Redskins lead now trimmed to 24-17.
Boy, did I save money on this hat.
Yeah?
We smart shoppers compare prices.
Wish we could do that with our homeowners insurance.
Compare with Allstate.
Compare?
Bring in your homeowner's policy and compare rates. Odds are Allstate might save you some money.
We can save you some money.
It does pay to compare.
Oh, it sure does. Love your hat.
Oh. Hey, where'd you get the hat?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us, the good hands people.
Nancy Hamilton will cross our path 8 times today. We're S-Mark. We own the companies that supply her peanut butter and turkeys, rubber gloves, and baby nursers, fertilizer, oil filters and motor oil, gasoline. We're S-Mark, a big company with a big stake in Nancy Hamilton and in you.
Don't go away. We've got a football game here in Pontiac, Michigan. 24-17. Redskins leading. The crowd is aroused. The Lions are aroused. And the Redskins now have their work cut out for them.
Well, they've made it tough on themselves because they had everything under control, leading 24-3. Made a couple of mistakes. 24-17 with a lot of time left.
Boy, listen to this crowd. They are really pumped up now. They gave the Lions a standing ovation during the timeout. Ricardo ready to kick off. Hardiman is deep. Good boot. Chasing Hardiman back to the goal line. Out to the 10, 15, 20. Hardiman across the 25 to the 26. Keep in mind, Project SOS, the speed of sound, coming up next Saturday on CBS as stuntman Stan Barrett tries to break the sound barrier in his rocket-powered vehicle out in Utah. That event will be aired on videotape next Saturday afternoon on CBS.
Things are getting a little tight now, aren't they?
Crowd is really pumped up now. 1st and 10 from the 26. They go right back to Riggins. This time he hangs onto the football and gets across the 31 for a pickup of 5.
I like that call because it gives John Riggins some confidence after fumbling last play to come right back and say, okay, we're not giving up on it. We need you. He went right back to him, gave him the football again. This time he held on, picked up about 4 yards.
2nd down, call it 6 for the 1st down. Redskins at their 31. Theismann with good protection to Riggins over the middle. Looks like he may be a little bit shy of the 1st down at the 37. Eddie Cole, number 50. The middle linebacker, and Charlie Weaver, number 59 on the hit. Now let's see if he did make it. It is a 1st down, they say.
That's a real good call against young linebackers. Fullback that lays in the backfield and then kind of checks over. Just kind of drifts out of the backfield. Very safe pass to throw, and he picks up a 1st down.
Redskins 1st and 10 at their 37. What they need now is a long drive, eat up a lot of the clock, get some points out of it. Theismann has put the ball in the air very sparingly. Redskins have been able to run well against this young Lion defense. Fake into the middle. Theismann back to throw it. Flag is down. He gets it away. Completes it to Malone at the 45. And Benny Malone to the 50. Let's see what the penalty was. Hunter, number 28, on the stop.
Some kind of penalty. It may be contact downfield. Defensive holding, isn't it?
That's the preliminary indication we get, is that it will go against Detroit.
28 defense, holding, refused, first down.
Redskins decline the penalty, take the gain instead.
I don't know if we can pick it up. Theismann not having anyone to throw to immediately. Showing you that scrambling ability. Goes outside of Gay, then finds Benny Malone coming across. You see the flag was already down on the field before the completion.
First down at midfield. 11 minutes, 13 seconds left to play. Redskins' lead has been trimmed to 24-17. Hardiman caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't go down easily. Charlie Weaver, number 59. The veteran linebacker playing in his 113th game for the Detroit Lions makes the stop on the Redskin rookie running back.
Had some other scores, Frank. St. Louis, after trailing the New York Giants 14-0, scored 21 on unanswered points, now lead 21-14. Buffalo leading Cincinnati 24-17. Pittsburgh 24-0 over Houston.
Second and 16. Redskins at their 43. Hardiman, nothing up the middle. That defense is really aroused. You see Al Baker, the big all-pro defender, number 60, leading the defensive charge for the Lions. Hardiman wondering where the hole is.
One thing you try not to do in a football game is encourage your opponents.
Third and 16.
That's exactly what happened with the Redskins. They did. They're aroused now, and they're playing football.
Third down. Redskins need 16 for the first down at their 44. We keep a close eye on the clock for you as that becomes a factor. Just under 10 minutes left to play in the game. Riggins needed 16, got about 5. So the Lions have held, and the Redskins will have to punt.
Very conservative call, huh?
I would say so.
16 yards, trying to run a draw play for the 16 yards. Didn't want to put it up, risk the interception.
Bragg will punt. Leonard Thompson is deep, single safety for the Lions, standing back on his 10. Bragg has punted twice. Thompson lets this one sail in at the 5 and on into the end zone. Touchback, 51 yards on the punt. Lions will get it at the 20-yard line. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left to play here at the Pontiac Silverdome. Washington leading Detroit 24-17.
Some guys never learn. They're still taking it on the chin. Gotcha. Norelco offers the Norelco rotary razor. Not 1 or 2 blades, but 36 blades inside 3 adjustable floating heads and a unique shaving angle for a very close shave without a nick or cut. So say hello to the Norelco rotary razor and say goodbye to Gotcha.
Take care of your car at Kmart.
Your Kmart Automotive Center has the answer to your muffler problem. The zinc-coated, double-wrapped Kmart Arrestor muffler. Have it installed by Kmart, and if anything goes wrong, they'll replace it free, as long as you own your American-made car. The Arrestor. Zinc-coated and double-wrapped like the best. And best of all, Kmart price. Get it at Kmart Automotive Centers across the USA, where quality auto products are Kmart priced.
This young man took a summer job in this plush resort hotel, but he never expected this. It's The Last Resort, premiering Wednesdays this fall on CBS.
Something for everyone tomorrow night on CBS. Bugs Bunny, Buff the Magic Dragon, MASH, WKRP, and Lou Grant. Great night of television tomorrow on CBS. We're in Detroit. Crowd is fired up, so are the Lions. They trail by 21. They now trail by 7. First down at their 20-yard line. They've been running well so far against the Redskins. Bo Robinson on that carry. Doesn't get much. Their leading rusher now is Kane, who came off the bench and has carried 7 times for 60 yards, including the 12-yard touchdown run.
Tyrone went right around the block and made the tackle. Good play.
Call it no gain, 2nd and 10.
Finally took Steve Grogan out, Frank. He had 5 touchdown passes. They lead 49-3 now.
I guess his arm's a little tired. Here's Kane. Busting up the middle, out across the 25 to the 26. He does get a start, I'll tell you that. Jack Pardee, the head coach of the Washington Redskins in his 2nd year.
He's chewing that ice. You see him?
How is he different from George Allen, or would that take you all day?
Isn't everyone different?
You said it, I didn't. 3rd down. Lions need 4 for the first down. Rookie Jeff Kamlo out of DeMatha High School in Washington. Rushes on by the Redskins. He gets it away. Incomplete. Intended for Hill, the tight end, his favorite target this afternoon. Mark Murphy on the tackle. The pass is ruled incomplete.
He just drops back a crossing pattern again. He gets good protection. Didn't quite get it out in front of him far enough. A little bit behind him. Murphy all over him. Jars the ball loose.
Slider in to do the punting.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick it away now. The Baltimore Colts are leading Tampa Bay 17-13 now. That's in the 2nd quarter.
Hardeman is deep, the leading punt returner in the NFL. Redskins with 10 men on the line of scrimmage and dancing around up there. McDaniel almost got in there. Hardeman makes the catch and is immediately drilled.
Oh, what a gamble he took there.
Leonard Thompson, number 39, on the tackle. Hardeman refusing to go at the fair catch, and that could have been disastrous.
Here's the score. The Bears 19, Minnesota 7. 43-yard run by Walter Payton was their last score. Green Bay has really bounced back now. They've scored 21 points. Steve Atkins, University of Maryland, on a 3-yard run, made it 21-12. Green Bay over New Orleans.
1st and 10, Redskins at their 41-yard line. 7.5 minutes remaining. Theismann, big rush, gets the screen away to Riggins. He's at the 40 and caught from behind at the 43. So after all is said and done, a pickup of just a couple of yards on the play. It was Gay who made the stop for the Detroit Lions. Here's some more scores for you.
St. Louis at 21st point. They came back. They trailed 14-0. Wayne Morris on a 3-yard run for their 3rd touchdown. Buffalo 31, Cincinnati 17.
You wonder about Cincinnati. They got everybody healthy this year. They should be doing well.
Boy, and look at Pittsburgh. Are they telling you they're strong?
2nd down, 7. Redskins at their 43. Great power up the middle and virtually nothing there as Weaver and O'Neal collaborate on Clarence Harmon and stop him at the 45-yard line. Ed O'Neal, who is one of 3 Lion players who were benched apparently after their performance last week against Tampa Bay. There's the update on that New England-New York Jets game.
Well, they finally took out Grogan after 5 touchdown passes. Tom Owen comes in and hits John Westbrook with another one. 49-3. Baltimore over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just came back on a Doug Williams pass.
3rd and 6. Theismann has the pass tipped into this caught anyway and dropped. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Gene Fugit. Doug Jones, number 46, there to break it up. Somebody got a hand on it. And one of the Lions, Al Baker, getting up a little slowly and heading off the field in some discomfort.
That was a heck of a play by both Gene Fugit and Doug Jones to go up the way they did. Fugit almost made a great catch, but Jones knocked the ball loose.
Thompson is deep, so is Calicut, as Bragg comes in to do the punting.
Fugit is down on the side of the field and walking off the field. He may have gotten leg cramps or something. There he seems to be limping, getting some help off.
Yeah, he started off the field and then kind of went down on one knee.
Yes, he did. He could have been cramped. You see him, they're taking him over to the bench there. A little help from Don Warren.
Of course, the temperature inside the Silverdome is right at, what, 78, I guess. Got to set it at 78, huh?
I set it at 78.
No matter how big your building is. Here's Bragg to do the punting. Redskins protecting that 7-point lead. Lions playing return all the way. Kick is a little bit short. Calicut watches it bounce at the 20-yard line. And it is down by Phil DuBose. 33-yard kick. Ball is down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit takes over there. As we mentioned, Al Baker went out on that last series in some discomfort. And he is still sitting on the sideline being tended to by the trainers of the Detroit Lions. Don't forget U.S. Open Tennis Championships from Flushing Meadow coming up next on CBS. Geraldines and McEnroe in the men's final. Everett Lloyd against Casey Austin on the women's side. Gamlo hands off to Kane. Kane is out to the 25, fights his way to the 29. I'll tell you, the way this guy has run, I got to start him next week.
I got to go along with you. He has really done some good running today, and the effort he puts in his running. Here again, gets a good block. It goes outside, but watch his second effort. Leaping, spinning, doing everything he can to get all he can out of the run.
He picked up 8, 2nd and 2, Lions at their 29.
Got 79 yards.
They're that far away from tying it. Kane tries the left side. Looks like he stopped short of the first down this time. He was bothered most of last year by sore ankles. Was a third-round draft choice in 1977 by the Lions. 1,000-yard runner at San Jose State. He played for current Michigan State coach Darrell Rogers. Interesting fact, as a student at San Jose, Rick Kane was once employed as a locker room guard at San Francisco's Candlestick Park when Monty Clark was coaching.
Oh, is
that something?
Isn't that called tampering?
Oh, no. 3rd and 1. They've got the first down and then some. Bo Robinson looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but the Lions rookie from West Texas State shook off the tackle, picked up the first down at the 44.
Boy, he does make a run here. Kind of an unusual call, a little delay, more or less behind the line. You see him break the tackle there. Rich Malott runs free on Joe Lavender, but had the ball a little loose. Dusick almost jarred that ball loose and coming across.
Clock continues to move. There are 4 minutes exactly left to play in this football game. 1st and 10, Lions at their 44-yard line. They trail by 7. Handoff goes to Robinson over the right side to the 50, 45, 45, 40, down to the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Ken Houston saved the touchdown. Robinson just running over people.
Boy, does he make a run. You see why they started him and why they were so pleased with him and not afraid to go with a rookie. You see, he never quit running, kept driving. Well, they were lucky to bring him down.
29 yards and a first down for the Lions at the Redskin 26. Kane stumbles as he cuts, falls forward to the 24 for a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Less than 3 minutes to play in the game now. Touchdown and an extra point, of course, could set up the possibility of the 15-minute sudden death overtime period. 2nd down. Lions need 8 for the first down. They're at the Redskin 24. 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. Rookie Jeff Comlow back to throw. Has protection. Still looking. Finally gets it away and almost intercepted. Houston almost intercepted it. Hill was the intended receiver, and Freddie Scott was also there. Number 87, he almost brought it down before it went out of bounds. Wild, wild finish. Packers lead New Orleans 21-19. That one's gone back and forth. Clock stops with 2:20 left to play. It is 3rd down 8 for the Lions. They want to call time. Jeff Comlow will move over to the near sideline for a word with his head coach, Monty Clark, and Bob Schnelker, the offensive coordinator. Boy, this has turned into some football game. In case you joined us late, Redskins had it under control the entire first half, though the Lions did score first, leading 3-0, and the Redskins capitalizing on some turnovers, a couple of interceptions, ran up a 17-3 lead at the intermission. Lions came out and fumbled. Bussey did on the first play of the 3rd period, and the Redskins went zip, 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 and they had another touchdown, and it was 24-3, and it looked like the rout was on. And then, of course, the Lions stormed back with 2 touchdowns of their own. That's a new score. Cardinals just put 6 up on the board and lead the Giants in the 3rd period 27-14. Great comeback by St. Louis after being down 14-0. Redskins return home after this game and face the Giants a week from tomorrow night, Monday night game. And the Lions hit the road to take on the Jets, who are in the process of being dissected today by the New England Patriots and Steve Grogan. There's the stat on the 3rd down conversion. Big play for the Lions on 3rd and 7 from the Redskin 24-yard line. Comlow standing calmly in the pocket. Scott at the 2. He is down to the 1-yard line. Touchdown! Touchdown! Freddie Scott. Look at this action. Here it is again. Comlow standing calmly into the pocket, waiting for Scott to break across the middle. He does. He's hit at the goal line, but the officials say that he was in. Great view of it there, right from the goal line. Ricardo, and this will tie it up. Brand new ball game with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. Are you believing this? Well, we may be looking at sudden death. What a comeback by the Lions. Trailing 24-3 in the 3rd period. They have stormed back to tie the Redskins. This ball club and this crowd is on fire. Now they're chanting defense. Standing ovation for the Lions. Sonny Jurgensen is headed down on the field. We go to sudden death. He may be back. (24-24). 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Hardiman is deep. Flanked by Lonnie Perrin and Don Harris as Ricardo prepares to kick off. Comlow is now 11 out of 22 for 162 yards. Good deep kickoff. Hardiman at the 5, 15, 20, and run out of bounds near the 25. This Listen to this chant of defense erupting now from this partisan Detroit Lion crowd. There's the book on that last scoring drive. 78 yards, 7 plays. Comwell delivering the touchdown pass to Freddie Scott. First and 10, Redskins at their 24-yard line. Incomplete. Pass intended for Danny Buggs. Buggs claiming he caught it, but the official says no, that he trapped the ball. It'll be second and 10. Two-minute warning going to both benches. Exactly 2 minutes left to play in the ball game, and we're tied here at the Pontiac Silverdome. 24 all.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
You know, trying to run a Major League Baseball club isn't all fun and games.
The pressure's always on. And for guys like us, there's no off-season.
So when you wheel and deal as much as we do, you can't afford to get filled up.
That's why we drink light beer from Miller. It's got a third less calories than their regular beer, and it tastes great, too.
How about that trade? How about throwing in Bud Harrelson?
Let's see, Bud Harrelson, Gates Brown, and Mudcat Grant.
Right, for 2 Blue Powells and a Ferris Payne.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
I want a Frank Malzone.
Frank Labor with Sonny Jurgensen. Pontiac Silverdome. 2 minutes left to play. There's the book on Joe Theismann. 9 out of 14 thus far in the afternoon. Redskins second and 10 from their 23. And it is really getting noisy here. Theismann asked the official for a timeout because he cannot hear the signals.
I'll tell you one thing, Frank. They realize how loud it is here at this stadium because last year they were talking about it because they had a close one here last year. But for the Lions to come back the way they have, well, you have to admire them, and this crowd is a part of it.
Now they'll get the same business again, I'm sure, when they come up to the line of scrimmage from the crowd. Listen to them. It is noisy. Second and 10. Theismann rolling to his right. Flag goes down as the pass is completed over the middle to Don Warren, number 85, the rookie tight end at the 30-yard line. That could be pass interference.
I think so. I think he had a hand on his back. You see the signal there. Had a little hand, little contact before the completion.
Of course, he caught the ball nevertheless, but the pass interference penalty.
Defensive pass interference, number 46, first down.
So that goes against Doug Jones. The big thing there, you take the penalty because it's a first down. 1:52 left.
Theismann did a smart thing that last play, rolling away from Baker, getting away from him.
Hand off Riggins, sweeping the left side up to the 35 and ridden out of bounds in front of the Redskins bench at the 38-yard line by Doug Jones, number 46. Now keep in mind that the Redskins have all 3 of their timeouts left. That's going to be a big factor here.
It has to be with 1:45 left because last week they got the ball in the last 2 minutes. They only had 2 timeouts. This week they realized the importance of that. They're going in with the 3.
You saw Harmon, number 38, duck into the huddle with the play selection from the bench as Jack Pardee is sending this one. McDaniel wide, or rather Buggs wide to the right side, and Thompson set in the slot inside of him at the bottom of your screen. Little swing pass out to Benny Malone, who is ripped down at the 42, and we get a flag.
You're going to get another flag here.
Could be a face mask.
Yep, that's what it is.
There's another break for the Redskins. 1 minute 36 seconds left to play. 5 yards, walked off, moves it out to the 47-yard line. First down.
Number 28 defense, face mask penalty, first down.
So 2 penalties against the Lions in this drive, giving the Redskins 2 big first downs.
The big thing to have right here is poise. Both sides need poise. Young teams.
Thompson to the left side, Bugs to the right. Wiggins straight up the middle to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 2 on that play. Dave Purifoy, number 75, making the stop.
Clock still running. Down to 1 minute and 20 seconds now.
Second down. Redskins need 8 for the first down. They're at their 49-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts left, but you can see the time ticking away.
They don't need but a couple of first downs before they get in field goal range for Mark Mosley.
Here's Theismann, another flag down. Pass overthrown, intended for Thompson. The flag went down on the opposite side of the field. Let's see what this one is. There's 3 penalties coming up here in 4 plays. 2 have gone against the Lions. This is a motion penalty against the Redskins.
I think they'll refuse this one.
What do you do here, Sonny? You take the penalty, or do you decline it and make it 3rd down and 8?
I'm sure the coaches are going to make this call from the sidelines.
It'll
be 3rd down and about.
They got 3rd and 8 if they don't take the penalty, or 2nd and 13.
I think
from
I'm going to go 3rd and 8.
45.
I'm going to give them 3rd and 8 if it's me.
It's Doug English, number 78, the defensive captain of the Lions, talking with Gene Bart, the referee. English wants instructions from Monty Clark, and I think Monty has indicated decline it.
Illegal motion, 88 offense, refused, 3rd down and 8.
So a big play for the Redskins of this drive. 3rd down, they need 8 for the first down. They're at their own 49-yard line. 59 seconds left to play, and the score is tied.
Big play. Big play for the Skins.
Bugs to the left side, Thompson to the right. Theismann handing off to Malone on 3rd and 8. He's fighting for it, and I think he got it. He went out of bounds at the 43-yard line, very close to the first down. It depends on where they mark it. That's got to be a surprise.
Take a look at this play. What a call on 3rd and 8 to run a sweep. Go outside. Benny Malone, good blocking. Excellent blocking, just breaks the tackle. Gets enough for the first down.
It was Ron Saul, number 64, who cleared the way for Benny Malone with a key block. And it is a Redskin first down at the 44.
Well, that's some kind of call. That tells you what Jack Pardee was going to do on 4th down, because he was going to go for it on 4th down too. He wasn't about to punt the ball to the Lions.
Redskins still have all 3 timeouts left. They have a first down at the 44-yard line of Detroit. Here's Theismann. In trouble. Another flag goes down. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Warren. They say he trapped it. And we may have a holding call coming up against the Redskins. Preliminary indication is holding against Washington.
Well, this is a costly one because they were very close to Mark Mosley's range.
How far you figure Mosley can kick it?
He can kick it 55, 57 yards.
Number 64, offense, illegal use of the hands.
I didn't hear you with all that bedlam going on. How far you think he can kick it, Sonny?
I think he can kick it 60 yards if you give him the opportunity. He attempted one last week to 70, a little out of his range.
Here's a holding call once again.
Yes, you see Bob Kazeel got caught after Joe had scrambled.
That moves it back to the Redskin 46-yard line. Down reverts to first. Theismann goes over the middle. He's got Hardiman. Fumbled the ball at the 50-yard line. They say he was ruled down. Redskins will get the ball at the 50. They say that Hardiman went down before he fumbled.
I think it was the correct call. He went on the ground before
Redskins going to use a timeout now. This is their first timeout of their 3 with 36 seconds to go. They'll have the ball at the 50-yard line. It will be second down, and the Redskins need 17 for the first down. They have to get down to the 33-yard line to pick up the first. Joe Walton, center of your screen there. Redskins coaching staff along with Jack Pardee. Our telecast here in Detroit this afternoon, produced by Howard Reifsnyder and directed by Jim Silman. Our associate producer, Jay Frommert, and our field operations engineer, Ray Savignano. Technical directors, John Pumo and Stu Meyer, and the audio man is Tom Jimenez. Close, right, Tom?
Well, I'm glad you had to say that, Frank. I would have said Jimenez.
I'm sure you would have.
I know it is Jimenez.
2nd and 17. Here we go. 36 seconds left. Redskins at midfield. Trying to pull it out. Score is tied. Theismann over the middle for Hardiman. Down at the 45-yard line. Redskins will call another timeout. They picked up 5 on the play. 1 timeout left now for Washington. Look at it again, Sonny.
Again, they're going to the little check down, a little double swing out of the backfield. You don't leave yourself a lot of protection. Joe had to throw the ball in a hurry. He makes a good throw. Both backs coming out of the backfield, giving the weak side back an option which way to go. The Redskins again call timeout. He goes to the bench, trying to find out. Let's get on the same page. We got 2 plays now with 26 seconds left. Seems like last week they had a timeout when they took the ball over with 26 seconds left in that one too.
By the way, New England has scored again. That's now 56-3 over the Jets. Coming up next, U.S. Open tennis. But not before we dispense with the proceedings here at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. I would say they need another first down or so, wouldn't you, to really get within Mosley's range?
I think so. Last week they went to a crossing pattern. They bring both wide receivers and the tight end across the middle of the field. It's an intermediate pass. It's thrown about 18 yards. They have a timeout. If they complete that type of pass, they can throw the ball in the middle field. They don't have to stop the pass or stop the play with a pass. They can throw it in the middle, call timeout, and let Mosley attempt the field goal.
Now, right now, if they didn't pick up any yardage on this play, Mosley would have to kick a 62-yarder. So they need some more yardage here. 3rd down and 11. From the Detroit 45, Joe Theismann. Downfield, he's got Thompson at the 30. First down. He did not get out of bounds, so the clock will keep rolling.
They call timeout.
That's going to be it for timeouts. 18 seconds left on the clock as Thompson limped off the field after making the catch, and a big reception it was. 16 yards.
Good protection this time, rolling out. He's had good protection this time. Makes a good throw right on time. Ricky Thompson, a little drag pattern from the slot position. Still in bounds. The clock runs down another 3 seconds. And Theismann calls timeout. Now they have to be careful if they complete one in bounds, because they'd have to line up in a hurry to kick that field goal. So they're going to be careful. If no one is open, he will throw the ball away.
I just don't think they could even take a chance at completing it in bounds and expecting to get another playoff. I don't believe it'll happen.
If it's short enough where you can catch up with your people again.
Now, right now, from this point, it would be a 46-yard field goal effort. And here comes Mosley. I think they're going to try right now and not take the chance. The ball is at the 29. You figure he sets it back 7 and take it to the 36. That would make it a 46-yard try. 18 seconds left. This is the ball game right here.
You better believe it's in his range.
It is never.
There's a flag down. There's a flag down. Hold on, there's a flag down. There may be too many men on the field.
It's going to be against the Lions.
I told you. 12 men on the field for the defense.
12 men on the field. Detroit, he's going to get another attempt. What a mental error to make in a situation like this.
That's got to kill you. Now instead of 46, it'll be a 41-yard effort. Lions are still trying to figure out who's supposed to be on and who isn't. Now they've got it straightened out. All right, ball now is at the 24. Theismann will put it down at the 31. So it will be a 41-yard try, and now the Lions are going to call time and give Mosley a chance to think about it. Well, that's something you normally do when you have a very young, inexperienced kicker, but I wouldn't think it'd bother Mosley that much. And getting a second chance, Sonny, I guess so you couldn't ask for more.
When a play that important, and the people this late in the game that are tired, players going on and off the football field, it's up to that special teams coach to make sure he has the correct number, the correct people that he wants on the football field at that time. There's no excuse in anything like that.
Coming up next, the U.S. Open Tennis Championship Finals from Flushing Meadow. Girolaitis against McEnroe, Everett Lloyd against Austin. Mosley misses this one. Almost certainly will go to sudden death overtime. There are 12 seconds showing on the clock. Here we go. His last effort from 46, slightly short and to the left. 41-yard field goal. This one's plenty far, and it's good. Mosley has hammered it home from 41 yards away. Boy, he gave it the big fist in the air, too.
You don't give him two chances. You don't give him two chances. One of the great kickers, the most accurate kickers I've ever held for. I held the football for 18 years. Great kicker. Big drive during the 2-minute drill. The Redskins never panicked. They kept their poise. Theismann rolled out, hit Thompson with a big play. And then they got the extra chance with a mental arrow by the Detroit Lions.
You got to say, Sonny, the Redskins got the breaks this afternoon. There have been several of them, the big ones, and they've all gone in Washington's favor, it seems.
Well, they did. They got a handful of them. They had everything under control. They let it get it out of hand a little bit. They made a couple of mistakes. Detroit got back into the game. You have to admire them for coming back the way they did, Frank. Then have it go down, have a chance to go into overtime, and have 12 men on the field.
8 seconds left. Redskins 27, Lions 24.
You know, that's an amazing thing. That happens. It happens every week in professional football. And that's one of the first things you learn when you play football. There are 11 men on a side.
There's several people on that line bench that'd like to crawl underneath it right now, I'm sure. Whoever was responsible.
And you have to admire that official for being alert and picking that up, too.
Squig kick. And the Redskins have recovered it. Washington recovers at the 48-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Well, I thought maybe he'd squib it, but not quite that short. Oklowitz on the recovery for Washington, and that should do it.
Onside kick goes to Washington.
Redskins will have to run just one play. And they will be home free with their first victory of the 1979 season. And what started out as rather a dull football game certainly has turned into a very exciting game. Redskins are out of timeouts, and so are the Lions. Lions want to call time, but they don't have any left, and that's it. What a finish, huh? Jack Pardee running across the field, and tough luck for Monty Clark. I'm sure Jack seeking out Monty there to extend his condolences. You got to give the Lions credit for a tremendous comeback in the second half, and to lose it on a mental error like that. And there's a young man that really had himself an afternoon. First start ever in the NFL, and he really brought him back, didn't he? 11 out of 22, 162 yards. He did throw for 3 interceptions, but he came up some very clutch throws. Stay tuned now as the NFL Today continues after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Back once again at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. Let's go down to the field and Sonny Jurgensen.
Thank you, Frank. First of all, Joe Theismann, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thanks, Sonny. I'll tell you, it's the best birthday present I've ever had. It's 30 years today for me. My son Joey at home, it's his too, so this is for him. But I'll tell you, we just can't stand prosperity. We get up 21 points, and you sit there and you say, you dream about football games like this when you get a chance to relax. We look like we're in control of it. Then we go out, we fumble the football. We go out again, we fumble the football. We go out again, we can't eat any time off the clock. We're going to have to put a stop to it if we want to go anywhere, I'll tell you that much.
Tell me something, when Riggins fumbled with about 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, were you thinking of the Houston-Oilers game?
No, not as much as thinking about a 2-minute drill that I was going to have to get myself into at the end of the ball game. I figured if they scored 3rd and 7, I thought our defense was going to stop them, and we had a short yardage offense coming out down there. It just, it was flashbacks of last year here when we had to come from behind, very far behind, and pull it out. And a little bit of Houston went through my mind, yeah, but I'm glad it stayed away this time.
It had to feel comfortable, a little more comfortable this week, having that third timeout in that last 2 minutes that you were able to use, stop the clock there for the Mosley field goal.
I'll tell you, that's right. And the second thing is, it's the second time we've been in a 2-minute drill. You know, the more times you run it, the better off you feel. I don't want to make a habit of it, but I felt pretty good going out there. And the guys hung together. The crowd noise in here is unbelievable. And we managed to get a lot of plays off, even as loud as they were. You know, if you walk away from the line too often, they're just going to keep on yelling. It gets worse and worse, and you lose momentum. So I tried to just keep the ball in play. The guys made key catches. John got out of bounds a couple times. Ricky put a great move to get open on the last one to get out of bounds, and I'm very happy.
Congratulations to you and the Redskins, Joe. Good luck next week. Now back up to Frank.
12 out of 19 for 182 yards for Joe Theismann on this Sunday afternoon in Detroit. Fine job by the Washington Redskins as they get the winning field goal from Mark Mosley, 41 yards away with 12 seconds left to play. And what turned out to be quite a ball game, as we said. Redskins got in front 17-3 at halftime, got the early touchdown in the third period, which would have demoralized a lot of teams. 24-3, but then on came the Lions. Let's check some of the other scores for you around the NFL before we leave you. This is a final score. The Bears pouring it on the Vikings. Maybe a long year for Minnesota. 26-7 in that one. And of course, the NFC Central Division battle. Packers came from behind, or are coming from behind. They trailed at halftime 12-0. They lead New Orleans 28-19. That game is now in the fourth period. The Giants and St. Louis battling in the third quarter with the Cardinals leading 27-14. They were down 14-0. It's been a day of come from behind ball games. Buffalo pouncing on Cincinnati. Bengals having their problems. Fourth period score 44-17 in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Pittsburgh romping over Houston. Everybody figured this probably be the closest game of the day in the league. And New England really pouring it on the New York Jets. Touchdown passes galore from Steve Grogan. Tampa Bay and Baltimore still in action in the second period, with Baltimore owning a 17-13 lead in that one. Our final score, once again, Washington Redskins beating the Detroit Lions by a score of 27-24. Turned out to be quite a game, Sonny.
It really did. The fact that what Theismann said, they can't stand prosperity. They had a big lead. They did it against the Oilers last week, too. Yet they hung in there. And he's right. The more you work the 2-minute drill, the more work you get on it, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to learn how to be successful in it. And they were today.
Well, they keep it exciting. There is no question about that. Do the Washington Redskins, and they return home next Monday night to take on the New York Giants in an NFC Eastern Division battle. Lions now 0-2. Will have to travel to New York next weekend as they take on the New York Jets, who aren't going to get any sympathy, I'll tell you, whatsoever, because the Jets had their problems too. A reminder, stay tuned now. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships coming up next on CBS from Flushing Meadow in New York, the men's and the women's finals. Our final score, once again, Washington 27, Detroit 24. For Sonny Jurgensen, this is Frank Lieber telling you that the NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
Tonight, join correspondents Mike Wallace, Morley Safer, Dan Rather, and Harry Reasoner for another hard-hitting edition of 60 Minutes, the weekly television news magazine, tonight on CBS.